and has a corporate wellness platform called Happiness. I can never remember if it's 2 N's or 2 S's or and sounds like they have some great traction.
Great. Thank you very much, Bob. Hi, I'm Rodrigo Padilla, CEO and co-founder of Happiness. And first of all, thank you very much, Bob and Dr. Walter Greenlee, for this invitation. And well, probably unlike most of you, that you normally start research, get some findings, and after your findings start developing a product, we did it all backwards. We start like empirically, because everything starts because I was tired working at government office, and I just wanted to have an excuse to go camping and to be surrounded by nature. So at that time I had a friend that now is one of my co-founders called Wangsu, and he used to have this project called The Expeditioners, where he used to go to these spectacular natural locations just to take pictures. And after his 200,000 followers on Facebook, he discovered that people were just getting relaxed or distressed just by looking at their pictures. So I throw him a very powerful question. Wangsu, what business we could run in order to bring us back to nature? So that's where we decided to start this and to develop a very simple idea that was taking people into an immersive experience to these places with 360 video. But across the way, I connect this first idea with a personal story, which was when I was young, my mother was diagnosed with bipolar depression, which prompted her to lose any interest in life. And while I was desperate, I decided to take her to a music therapy session. And in just 1 hour, the results were incredible. She started to fight against the situation, and now I can say she recovered and she's stable, thanks God. But that's where I found the power of the positive stimulus. And that's where we decided to incorporate to the natural locations also the music. But I felt I was missing something to create a strong product. And I made myself this question: how would Dalai Lama would react, or how would have been his attitude if he would have been my brother at that time with that situation? He wouldn't have suffered as I did. But why? And the answer was because he has another level of consciousness. But why? Because he has cultivated calm, and he learned to be mindful through different techniques and guidance in order to achieve that. So that's where we decided to incorporate this third element, the mindfulness techniques. And we also believe, that content on VR, it goes right straight to your brain in such a powerful way. But everything that I'm talking to you, it was just beliefs, all were assumptions, right? So our hypothesis was to create a...
Can you go back for a second?
Yes.
What VR headset is that, by the way? Looks like it has some serious resolution right there.
It's coming. It's Happiness branding.
Okay.
Thanks. So our hypothesis was to create a cocktail of positive sensory stimuli directly to your brain. Still a hypothesis. So we started to do some research, to check some third-party research, and this is what we found. On virtual reality, people placed into an immersive virtual reality simulation reported more false memories, confusing the virtual experience as having happened in the real world earlier in their lives. Segovia and Belleson, 2009. In nature, it has been shown that people who only look at natural environments have significant improvements in recovery time and improve their health. Royer Ulrich, 2003. Music improves the body's immune system function and reduces stress. Listening to music was also found to be more effective than prescription drugs in reducing anxiety before surgery. Levitin and Mona Lisa Chanda in 2013. Meditating, observing nature, and generating focused attention for certain minutes over a period of time can be effective in the treatment of depression, anxiety, stress, psychosis, and personal disorders, and even suicidal behaviors. Ivanovsky and Mali Tang, 2007. So with all this information, we were very confident in order to build a product. So we decided to build a very, very simple product. It was just an MVP, as we call it, in the lean startup ecosystem. And we decided to run that pilot in this orphanage. It's called Love in Action Children's Home, where all these children have a very sad, a very hard story. And there was this little girl, like six-year-old girl, and she tried. And when she came back, when she came at the first, she had this cold expression on her face. So she tried, and after, I just asked her, like, what did you experience? And she was like, love. I couldn't believe. I was like, did you say love? She was like, and she turned and looked at me, I remember that. She was like, yes, I feel love. Wow, it was really something. And probably it's been one of the most meaningful experiences I ever had. And so that gave us the confidence that we were going on the right path. But we still continue asking, why? Why did we want to build this? What for? So we believe, in general terms, that we have created an economic and social system with no foundations to be happy in. But why? Hyperconnectivity, 24/7, texting, social networks all the time. So we don't allow ourselves to stop, to realize where we are, what we are we're thinking, what we're feeling. Materialism. We give more importance to things and to having than being. Hedonism. Having the pleasure as our main goal without thinking in any consequences. And, like that, a voracious competition in the business arena, because all of us, we want more sales, more profit, more things. And this will take us back to hyperconnectivity, because you need to send that message at 2 a.m. in the morning to your boss, or back to materialism, and so on, so on, so on. So, it's not that we can change the system from one day to another. It's how we deal and how we interpret the system, and how we help people, like person by person, to teach them how to be less reactive and more mindful. And to be more mindful, you can be more happy. But you could be asking, like, how come? How I could be more mindful and that? What has to be with happiness? This is a Harvard research that is called A Wandering Mind. It's an unhappy mind. And what they did, actually they already have more than 250,000 of samples from 5,000 people from 83 countries around the globe. And what they did, it was a very simple app that all these people download. And randomly, it just rings a bell during the day. And at that time, when it rings, you need to input in the app, how do you feel, where you are, if your mind is present, or you are in other place different than your body, and what are your feelings? Happy feelings, unhappy feelings, and the results were very conclusive. They were 46.9% of the time our mind wanders. And they found also that we are less happy when our mind wanders. So this is very important. So that's why we decided to create Happinss. It's a virtual reality mobile solution that in 3 simple steps help you to create a personalized experience by combining from different natural, spectacular destinations with therapeutic music and mindfulness meditation. We also translate your biofeedback data into a stress management program. So we believe that by lowering stress and helping people to raise their consciousness, we can help to have more happy people. And these are just a few benefits to be a happy people. Happy people are more successful, healthier, they have more friends, they live longer, and much more productive and creative. Lower stress levels, and the most important thing, they have a stronger culture and morale. We've been testing happiness in different scenarios, different niches, and this was one. Last year at Mexico City earthquake, I had the chance to be in a shelter and to test it and to see the reaction of the people. It was incredible. So we invite many companies, VR companies in Mexico, and we distribute more than 3,000 cardboards in around 200 shelters, and it was an incredible project. But we need to focus on something. So we decided to focus on stress. Why? Because it affects more than 1 billion people around the world, and it is the cause of many mental and physical illnesses, like depression, anxiety, even heart attacks, and many other, as we can see. Stressed people, more than 70% of these stressed people suffer physical and physiological symptoms. We are narrowing this to work stress, so we can see here like 40% of the employees have changed jobs due to stress, and stress affects their productivity in 56% of their employees, and it costs more than $1,600 a year per employee in terms of absenteeism. How we are packaging this? We offer 2 services to the companies. One, we call it like a pop-up shop. It's a happiness day where we come just like the corporate massage that you hire them for 3-4 hours. We come, we put the headset to your people, and at the end we provide a report to the HR department of how stressed the people are. And the second service is the annual license, and it's like VR as a service. We provide the happiness kit with all the equipment, and also you have all the platform with contents that we are putting new content month by month. You have a dashboard for each of the department that they can not only see the usage metrics, but also they can track how stressed are their different teams on the company.
So, 2 minutes.
Okay. We are very serious of building a product backed up with science. So we run our own clinical trials, and the aim was to characterize the initial effect of our app among electrophysiological and psychological responses to stress in full-time workers in the tech industry back in Mexico. And we had a 30 volunteer group divided into 3 groups. The control group, they also use a VR neutral experience, and the other were using happiness. This one was using a 360 video on a beach with music. This was the same, but we had a guided meditation. And what we found is that we have a reduction in the perceived stress from this group to the control group for around 40% reduction, and with a significant difference. And in terms of respiration rate, we also found a reduction of 5.8%, and compared to control group that rises, it was around 30%. These 2 results look pretty good, and they show very clear contrast against the control group, but there are other results that needs to get some more information, more research. So we are looking also for collaboration. And just to finish, Dalai Lama says this: if every 8-year-old in the world is taught meditation, we will eliminate violence from the world within 1 generation. So thank you very much, and I hope you can share the happiness with the world.